Okay, traders, today we are going to look at Mara Holdings. It's a Bitcoin miner. But before we do that, I want to show you the miners ETF, the Grayscale Bitcoin miners ETF. Why? Because it's been going straight up and Mara has not. But I'm going to show you some interesting things on the chart that I think are setting up quite nicely and why I think Mara could be an awesome catch-up trade. Okay, so here's kind of where we stand with Mara. We have, in my opinion, we have this massive cup and handle pattern being formed. Now, this does look like a bear flag. However, the consolidation is far too long. It's a little long in the tooth, which implies that it's actually going to break to the upside. And we're seeing some really interesting things in that we've been kind of oscillating above and below the 150-day, and now you can see we're firmly above the 150-day with a confirming candle. So you have this move here plus this confirming candle, and we're at the top end of this range as it's kind of curling up. And also what I see is bullish accumulation as it consolidates. All the green candles are much larger than the red candles. So I do think this is forming a cup and handle pattern. And obviously it's speculation, but for the following reasons, I think you'll agree. So on the larger time frames, check this out. This is really, really interesting. So we're in this massive bull flag, right? So you have this massive move up from, 38 cents where it corrected down to all the way up to about, $78, right? And where we had this kind of double top and then we came down. But when we came down, what did it do? It's forming this triangle, right? So you have this flagpole and now this triangle, and this is over, 6 years actually, almost 6 years. So it's very interesting, right? So you have this massive, bullish consolidation in my estimation. But most interesting is check this out. What did we do here? Okay, we've broken out. So we overthrew it here, wasn't ready, came back in. Broke out here, wasn't ready, came back in, overthrew again, came back in, formed this second bottom here, which creates the bottom of the triangle. And then what have we been doing since that point? Check this out. Bullish consolidation. So bull flag, right? Flagpole, bullish consolidation, breakout. Wasn't ready, but here's the thing, right? We broke out of this triangle. We broke out of this upper resistance. And unlike other times where we fell back in, we did not fall back in here. Okay, so what do you see here, right? Let me take these off real quick, and let's just look at taking these off. Let's take the cup and handle off. Right, we have that, and what do we do here? Let me move this, and we're going to do some analysis on this. So, in my estimation, we broke out of the triangle, we confirmed above the triangle, and all this is a back test. It's a break and a retest. It's a breakout and retracement to the scene of the crime. And now that we're confidently and securely above the 150-day, I'm telling you, I think this thing moves higher. So I've actually been in this one a long time. I have a cost average just at about 21 because I believe in the company, but that does not affect my thesis on this whatsoever. I've been holding just because I believe in the fundamental story. But now that the technicals are shaping up and confirming what I believe in the company, I think this thing moves much higher. So what's the target? So the first target I have for it, let's throw the cup and handle back on just so everyone can kind of see that. The first target I have, or actually the primary target for the cup and handle is, I'm going to show you this. So let's redo this together. So if we take the way to get a measurement on a cup and handle is you take the top or the neckline down to the pivot low, down to the very bottom, and then you take this to the breakout point. Now, again, speculation, but we would have a breakout from, say, in the $21, $20 range, right? 21, 20, 20, 70, somewhere in that range. And we would want confirmation. But if that happens, then the price target is $43.53. So that is the primary price target off the cup and handle. Now, if we wanted to look at a price target off the breakout of the triangle, you would do it this way. So you take it from the low to the high, okay? And now you take that from the breakout, which would be right here. Now this is crazy, okay? I don't know if this happens, but if it does, holy cow. Okay, I know this is massively crazy bullish, but the true price target on that would be a $244 price target on that breakout of that triangle. Now, do I think it's going to go there? I mean, maybe. I don't know. But I'm not going to be waiting that long. I mean, maybe I'll keep 100 shares. I don't know for that. I mean, anything's possible. And that breakout would be crazy, right? So I'm just going to pull that off, and we're just going to leave it at that first price target. Now, before I want to caveat it with this. Now, if we get this breakout, it will not go straight there, okay? I want to put that out there. We will likely have stopping points along the way. The first one likely will be there. The second one would likely be there. The third one would likely be here. So, you know, we're going to run into some resistance, you know, in the $25 range. We're going to run into some resistance at the $30 range, ultimately the $40 range or $34 range. And then you have the primary price target of 43. So take profits along the way are these red lines. And yeah, that sets up a really nice trade. And guys, if you look at where RSI is, check this out. We're curled up. We have plenty of room to move into this. So the way I kind of see this happening is I think we get a nice move or a nice squeeze up to $21-ish. And then from there, we could do one of two things, right? We can either explode higher, which would be awesomely cool for the bullish case, or we could do some consolidation and maybe even back test this. You know, do something like this where we get here and then we come back down and then we break out higher. So, you know, a couple different things here. It could just go higher there and then retrace to there. You know, that would be massively bullish. This would also be massively bullish. Either way, I think we're going higher. I see us ultimately forming this cup and handle and then ultimately breaking out, especially if the markets continue to do what they're going to do. I'm going to deep link at the end of this video. My latest video on has the market topped, and in that I lay out projections on the macro level for the overall markets. So if it does that and we go higher, as I suspect we will, then this has some catch up to do, especially to the miners, right? The miners have been crushing it. Look at HUT. Look at this. Look, same kind of pattern. Cup, handle, and it broke out. Look at Iron, right? Irene, however that is. The same kind of thing where you have, you know, this kind of cup, handle, or just, you know, I mean, this one's not quite the same. It's like a little inverse. But either way, you can see what I'm saying. Where we had this massive move higher, and this thing just went absolutely bonkers. It exploded. I mean, you look at some of these other ones. You look at Cypher. I mean, just same kind of pattern. Cup, handle, and then boom, we're off to the races. So I think it's entirely possible. I think it's entirely probable that Mara Holdings have a catch-up trade. If you look at their earnings, their last reported earnings, I mean, the story's great. Look at this. They surprised to the upside by 5%. They surprised, and that's on revenue. On earnings, they surprised massively, and yet they got no love. Makes absolutely no sense. It actually sold off. So I'm going to look at this more from a technical standpoint than a fundamental standpoint, because it just that doesn't make sense. But what does make sense is the breakout of the triangle and the retest here to form now what I think is going to be this cup and handle, and then we are going higher from here. So I love this setup. I think it plays catch up. I think this has massive upside ahead of it. Let me know what you guys think. Comment below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you own it? Do you not own it? How are you playing it? Share your thoughts. Share your comments. All the comments help with the channel, help with the video. I'm trying to grow my channel. I'm doing this for you guys so that you can massively be successful in this market, navigate the volatility, take advantage of these moves. And along the way, I'm really hoping to train and to educate on a technical perspective, you know, so that people and traders out there can learn the right way to do technical analysis. They can be profitable and, you know, and have a lot of fun along the way. So I always share this as you know, educational purposes, no financial advice given, only to show you what I'm doing with my own personal trading portfolio. And again, if you like the video, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, And I will see you on the next one. Peace and love, guys. Take care.